Hi and welcome to Split the E podcast. I'm your host, Sean O'Grady. In this podcast, we split the entertainment of Vancouver City by taking the artist out for a pint. This week, we have an upcoming band. Their debut single is out July 28th. It is Oleo Mac.
How are we doing, Sean?
What's happening?
Thanks for having us, lad.
Unreal.
Appreciate it.
I will just, off the bat, it fucked up and we're doing it again. Second time, right?
Yeah, different in the room. If we start slurring our words, it's
you know, it's the third time now.
Yeah.
Save that for the bloopers.
We could do this all night. Fuck it, lads.
Any excuse.
So happy to have you here in Donlan's Irish Bar.
Yeah.
What a wicked pub.
Unreal.
Points are great.
Yeah.
This is like our second point right now.
Yeah, it's deadly. It actually is fucking deadly.
Shout out to the lads at Donlands.
Shazzy
Big
J.
shout out to Donlands and doing the Irish Fusion Festival
Absolutely,
that you're doing as well.
We are, on the
You're part of it?
18th of July.
18th, yeah.
That's the Friday, isn't it?
The Friday, yeah.
6
We're on
p.m.
stage at 6 p.m. So if
Nice.
you're around Vancouver, get down to it.
That's straight after dinner. Get down for that.
Absolutely.
Good time
Yeah.
to start in the pints.
Maybe get a liquid dinner into you, I don't know.
Yeah,
A
well,
liquid lunch.
Yeah, liquid lunch, yeah.
Fucking right job. They have the whole. They're bringing the wagon with them, so you
Yeah,
can supply you with food, drink.
It's a real cool
everything.
venue down there. besides
Pints on
the
wheels.
place and stuff.
Exactly.
Pints on wheels, can't beat it.
100%.
they normally have circuses down there, and we're bringing a fucking circus
There you
down
go,
there.
yeah.
Exactly.
We go crack.
That's where it is.
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
shit!
you know what it's
yeah.
like.
Yeah, near
yeah.
Chinatown.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
beside BC Place.
Yeah,
there,
beside BC
That place
there.
is huge.
Yeah,
Massive,
massive,
yeah. I
yeah.
presume there'll be a load of vendors and everything.
That'd be
maybe.
class.
Yeah,
crack,
man,
Anytime you have an old shindig with a load of Irish heads about.
Have you ever went to Cirque du Soleil? It's always there.
No.
No, I wouldn't be. I'm terrified of clowns. So.
Oh
I'm only
man,
joking.
I fucking hate clowns myself.
We're sitting
You're
here
the
with
biggest
one
one
on
I've
the side.
Someone had to say it there now.
Who was going to come in?
I know, yeah, exactly. I knew that was going to happen. So, lads, how did Oleo Mac start? First, let's introduce yourselves.
Yes. So I'm Shane, the lead singer. Yeah, that's me.
I'm Dara, I'm the guitarist.
And I'm Joey and I'm the other guitarist.
Unreal. And then there's two more that couldn't make it today.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they
so
are?
we have our drummer John O'Connell from Donegal.
Wicked.
And then we have
Donegal.
our bass player Jack Hanrahan as well, so we do different bass parts today,
Fantastic.
Jack from Nace.
What was the driving force on setting up Oleo Mac?
Boredom.
Yeah, it was a bit of boredom. It was during COVID, so we were kind of twiddling our thumbs, not a whole lot to do. Dara here decided he needed to invest in a new guitar, and he probably spent more than he should have. Was at home playing his guitar with his big fuck off amp, realised he can't do it by himself, so assembled a little bit of a
I
squad.
had my midlife crisis at 19 years old. So.
Yeah, that's to say, Darren made a few fucking phone calls here to drag people into this, so
Yeah.
here we are out here now in Vancouver sitting pints with yourself. So.
Fact, that's unreal. It's amazing. I seen you in the Roxy last night. Really, really good show.
Thanks,
Thank
Sean.
you.
Really
Thank
good.
you very
Appreciate
much.
it, lad.
And we're like saying it again. You're in Vancouver and you set up the band kind of like since September.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty well. We were going since last summer.
Yeah,
weren't we?
so
Oh,
we
yeah?
had an original
so.
5 members. It'd be a shame not to shout out the boys,
Yeah.
Niall Murphy and Callum McClintock.
Yeah,
They're also-
I even think it was going from November 2000. When did COVID
Well,
start?
that's the original
Yeah.
was on
19,
November
right?
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the two boys, they're after setting up their own
Coffee
roastery
shop, right?
coffee
Yeah.
company.
In Ireland? In
Ireland,
Nace?
in Ballymore.
Ballymore.
Club
Go on, the
Olga.
boys.
So
You
massive
can't make
shout
that
out to
mistake.
Club Olga.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, Ballymore and Nace, they don't mix. But yeah, shout out to the two lads. But yeah, so we came over here. I was the first over, so it was me and Niall, who was originally
lay
in
of
the
the
band.
land.
Yeah,
Yeah.
got to lay of the land. Niall was friends with Jack, who's now our current bass player. And the three of us were kind of jamming away, doing our own thing, and then the lads followed over. Niall unfortunately had to go home, and we were still mad to play, so set up a band.
Put
on the
up,
back
a few,
of that.
put up a few Facebook statuses on the famous Irish Canoe.
Yeah.
Put up a Facebook status, and I wouldn't mind quoting it, saying if anyone's looking for a band for balls to the wall rock and roll,
Go on, the
give us a
lads.
text.
Yeah.
And thankfully, John
Answer the call.
replied to the message.
Joey, you were telling me last night that John started off with he has a background in jazz.
Yeah, he was telling me his biggest ambition out of it all is kind of jazz and
With the
taking
drums, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
taking
He's
that
a
side.
sick
Ah,
musician.
it's fucking
Yeah.
He's
sick.
class. Like
He comes from a family of musicians, all real talented people, and they'd session together and like proper like cool stuff.
He's
like,
a
you know.
brilliant-
Oh, that's
Yeah, I
amazing.
think his uncle was a roadie for the Stones and
No way.
his
and for
uncle's
the
Holy
police
fuck.
and stuff like, you know. So he's fucking well connected.
Yeah, it was
you
a
know.
bit like when we got John down. We were
It was a
blessing in
coup for
disguise.
us, like, you know.
We
Shit.
probably
It was
never
a
told
blessing.
this. Probably never said this to John, but when he first came down, like the three of us would be texting each
We're
other.
licking the lips, like, Joe. Here we go.
we struck gold here, like.
Yeah.
We found Travis Barker, you could say.
Three uses he could say, you know.
We may try
already
to
know
keep this
feeling.
lad as sweet as we can. Now, anything he wants, we give it to him.
Don't be saying too much now.
No,
Don't be hearing that now, John.
We
We're
got to
gonna
know
cut
him
that
now.
out.
He's our
John, you're shit.
a little drummer boy. I
No,
call
but
him.
yeah, John, it was funny when Joey put in that post into Irish and New looking for a drummer because we were a bit short. Like we had the making of a good band. We didn't have.
We didn't have the heartbeat.
final-
We didn't have the heartbeat.
Yeah,
the final piece.
exactly, yeah.
Final piece of the puzzle. John replied to Joey, and then Joey sent it in to us, and just three boys. And he was we were vetting him, seeing if he was going to be a good fit or whatever. And I actually recognised him. We were in the same college together, and my housemate when I was living in Dublin was actually John's best friend. So John used to be in our gaff like 2-3 nights a week, just chilling out. We were saying we've already gone through this story already,
Yeah.
but it's a small world, you know.
100%. I actually have a connection to him then as well, where
gas, like.
I used to live with a guy in his town as well, so it's funny.
Like
Is
we
he
all know,
Letterkenny?
like,
Is that where John is from?
Letterkenny
Okay,
is
yeah.
where my mate Adam O'Donnell, I used to
Yeah.
live with him, and then his younger brother Mark O'Donnell.
Right.
And
We'll be pals with John. Is that how it is?
I think there's like friends of friends and stuff like that.
Sure, fucking Letterkenny, like, you know, it's probably 5 people there or something, you know.
Ah, jeez.
no disrespect to Letterkenny.
No, we love the
No,
boys.
shout out to the boys in Letterkenny. That's unreal. So like you're doing it in your shed, right?
Yeah.
Basically started off in my shed.
November 2020, you were in the shed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
November
got the
2020.
amp and then you're in the shed.
In the shed, Dara rocks up, right?
got the
Dara's
guitar.
like, how do you feel? He texted me individually, like, how do you feel about being in the band?
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I fucking love it because it's during COVID and I fuck all else. So
Yeah.
I rocked up with my little shitty Fender fucking Squire Stratocaster that wasn't even worth fucking 100 euro, you could say. A little,
way.
little tiny shitty box amp.
That's 150.
So what does Dara
Canadian
do? Dara pulls around me out the shed and they go, fucking here, will you give me a hand? And I was like, what do you mean give you a hand? It's only a fucking guitar and an amp like.
Yeah.
A big fucking fuck off cab, literally the size of my whole fucking chest or my body frame, and then a fucking head to follow it, and then a $3.5 grand guitar, and I was like, here boys. So there was myself and Shane there. Shane was on the mic, and I was on a little tiny guitar with a box. And sure, as time goes on, we developed an interest in it.
The real rags
Just
to
invested
riches
in it
story.
then.
Yeah. It's good to invest in yourself, right?
Yeah, look, to be honest with you, like, and I can thank whoever was over the pup payment at the time invested us in a big
God
amount.
bless, please.
But
The overragger.
we like to dodge a tax man as well, like everybody else from Ireland.
Yeah, exactly. Then COVID tax breaks.
Ah,
like.
fuck them all.
But you know what it actually was? Like, we were fucking obviously making an awful racket, like, but only for the fact that all the neighbours were having sessions in the back garden too, so we were a bit of fucking background
Do you
music.
remember
That's the only
the
reason
That's
we-
fucking.
That's the only reason we got away with it.
Oh,
like, so.
lads, we got some pints. We got
Oh,
some
deadly.
fresh pints.
Delicious.
Do you remember the outdoor pints?
The Donlands next.
Like, you can only drink outdoors, no going to a pub or
Man,
nothing.
Shamrock used to be doing takeaway pints.
Yeah,
and that
remember
was
takeaway
and it was
pints,
actually in a
Jesus.
jug. It was,
Yeah.
and it was more than a pint. So we used to go.
May as well be a plastic cup.
Exactly. No, man, it was
Thank you very
it was fucking so
Shout
sweet.
out to
man.
Mihal as well, behind the scenes.
absolutely. Thank you very much.
The old brother.
The old brother looking after us.
So-
This will be our fucking third attempt at this, but surely someone
Oh,
will fucking
fuck it,
put
we
in a
better
good
get
shift,
it
like,
down.
Jesus.
We get
Embarrassed.
I'm going to put this away, so.
Yeah.
I told you,
You
get
can
him a
have
half.
that later.
I don't
Did
even
we tell you
know
get a half
myself.
pint from?
Sure, you can eat that in the morning next time.
Yes,
Cold.
yeah, absolutely. I think it's called any day,
Yeah.
like.
Don't worry, it'll be nursed into me.
All right. So
Right, so explain the trick there to me.
the podcast, I bring artists out for a pint of Guinness and we play Split the E, or if you want to call it Split the G. I'm trying to push the E's. Well,
BPC.
exactly. You have to get the white line, drink it, put it down, hit the G and the middle of the E. All right? You ready, boys?
Boys,
Let's do this.
That's
thing.
the place.
Fucking
Long
third
We're
time.
time.
getting this
Yeah.
line now. No fucking messing about.
No
boys.
fucking around. Laps after this, lads.
Oh, we're close.
boys, we're very, very close.
No cigar.
I think I got it. Kinda.
Not far.
Yeah.
Do you know what I've noticed
Boys,
actually?
yous have to
Me
praise the
all
pipes.
sitting
It'll
back
get
there,
nicer,
not,
won't it?
not having to slug any of these.
Oh,
kids,
you're
so-
good, man.
I think I spit that.
You're good. I'll
I
give
think
it to
I
you.
spit that.
I give it to him. I give it to
Call
him.
it.
We're 3 pints in, so we're drunk, so you got it, right?
Shin shin. This is the man who's nursing the
Wobbly eyes,
pipes.
beer goggles.
Oh, I definitely
That's
didn't.
a Salon split the eagle.
Yeah. You're runner up. Where did Oleo Mac's name come from?
We knew we'd get around to this at some point.
Yeah.
So as we said, we were practicing in the shed, in Joey's
Yeah.
shed the whole time, and he's had a big fuck off corrugated iron kind of shed out the back, and
Yeah.
he's at the ride-on lawnmower for about 5 square foot of lawn, like. But anyways, that's another story. And so it would be always in the shed, and we'd be practicing, and we used to always have to drive it out then to make a bit of room. And sure enough, the brand on the lawnmower was Oleo Mac, and we said, boys, that'd be a fucking great name for a band, like, Sean.
It's actually a wicked name.
It is cool, so hopefully they don't watch this and we're all right still,
Yeah.
like, you know, no trademark.
No copyright reasons, Oleo Mac. We were doing our thing, you do your
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely. We'll work in harmony, you know.
Maybe we can have a merger someday.
We can have like an agriculture merger.
I don't know, you'll do a little
we'll
like
drive out in a fucking ride on one of the big
I don't know how
gigs.
you'd work.
you'll do a little like a jingle for them.
A jingle for
Yeah. Oleo Mac.
Oh my god, we just got it going right now. Fucking, it's a first thought, split the E.
Spit the
You know what I mean?
Try new things. Well then, for the third time, Slancha.
Sláinte, boys.
Sláinte,
Cheers. Unreal. So,
Slancha the cameraman as well.
Mihal, good man.
lads, how did your first gig go? Or your first
Jam.
first jam go?
Our first jam was, we actually have videos of it. Like looking back, it was objectively shite.
They'll be in the documentary.
Yeah, we'll send on a few clips here, but
Yeah.
it was like.
Jeez, you should actually. I could nearly edit it all
Yeah,
together.
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
100%.
The amount of fucking.
Well, that might be
the amount
bad publicity for us now, but sure,
The
look.
amount of content, the amount of content
not.
we've made already tonight.
We'll edit in a new one then after.
Do it before and after. About it.
But it was like never having played any music at all, going down and like.
Did you do like music in school or?
No, so I didn't know. Like I had no musical background at all. Like,
When did
that-
you figure out that you could sing then?
well, thanks very much. But I don't know. I used to like listen. So
We still haven't figured it out.
I'm fair OCD when I listen to artists. Like I'd listen to one artist non-stop for a couple of years and then move on to someone else. I was always able to do like impressions of like celebrities and that kind of stuff. So I used to do impressions of singers. Basically,
Nice.
is how I started. But then I actually later found out that like on my dad's side of the family, like, my dad would be a handy enough singer, and then his two sisters are unbelievable singers, and I have a couple of cousins who are deadly singers as well. My sister got married there a couple of weeks ago, and my two aunties and three of my cousins did a rendition of Amazing Grace, and it bring a tear to your eye. Like, it was class. But yeah, I just used to do impressions of singers and stuff, and kind of just move from there. It was hard to like get away from that, like singing, and I'd do like a Liam Gallagher impression or a Alex Turner impression. I'd be singing with a bit of an English accent. So trying to like move away from that was kind of
Christy
difficult.
Moore.
Christy Moore as well, and Bob Dylan, and you name it, I have it in the locker, Sean.
Bob Dylan one is good now.
Bob Dylan, we'd save those for a few more pints.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically just doing impressions.
I'd
of singers
say that impressionist had a good. What's his name? He's famous enough in Ireland.
His cousin Al Foran.
Al Foran.
Yeah.
It's his cousin.
He'd know Al
Not my
Foran.
cousin.
He's not your
No, he's not. We're family friends.
He used to tell everyone it was his cousin.
Al, if you're watching, we're not cousins.
But we're fans.
Don't worry.
But yeah, they're just doing impressions of singers basically, and trying to like use that as a foundation to move away from it.
But then
move away from
you
the-
rocked up into the shed with the boys.
Sorry, yeah, rocked up to the shade, not expecting. Dara just kind of asked me because remember we were in Andorra that time. I was doing like a Johnny Cash impression, singing various rock tunes or whatever, and Dara kind of knew that I have some bit of musicality in me. Asked me to go down. The five of us got down into the shed, started jamming, and
You know what? The first night we didn't actually have the five of us. It was the four of us and a drum machine on the floor.
Yeah,
Dara-
Dara had a loop pedal, and like for any listeners
forgot about that.
would be aware of the Boss loop pedals, like the advanced ones would have the drum beat on it.
Yeah.
So we literally Dara doing
Was
a
that
loop.
built into your amp or?
Yeah, it was put into the amp. Yeah.
Nice.
But it was
Money well spent.
I
Yeah,
tell you that. They give me grief about it. It was fucking money well
there'd be
spent.
no.
And we
Oleo
still
Mac
use it to this day
without the
sometimes.
drum machine.
Yeah, that's
But
amazing.
yeah, it's anyone like that's debating whether or not to play music with your friends. It's a feeling you actually can't not to be cliche about it, you can't describe it.
Do you know what? It's kind of
so
like a toxic relationship. It's like treat you like shit, whatever. Fucking, you go through the wars together, but you still want to keep coming back. You know what I mean?
I treat everyone nicely. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
You know, but like even kind of coming from like a side like we've done like not that we've done a lot of work. We're not praising that we've done a lot of work, but like we've got this.
But
goal.
I will tell you, you've done a lot of work.
Yeah, like
you have fucking 6. You played 6 songs last night.
Yeah.
6 songs, 6
banging
of our own,
fucking
and we haven't even
tunes, man.
released them yet.
Yeah.
Like so, like coming back to that time from November 2020 into the shed throughout the thick and thin of COVID. Like I'll never even forget. We were sitting in the shed.
3
We were
years
literally
almost.
playing beside a fucking lawnmower, a bag of briquettes packed around us, and a tiny centre. We're all on top of each other playing away. So we just kind of said, "Fuck it, we're gonna go at it. Just try to give it everything we have." And, like we're still here to this day now. We've wrote these 6 songs since fucking September last year. Now we're just trying
So
to.
you wrote them in Ireland.
No.
We
A few
did
of
over
them,
here.
came from home. A few of them were in my head from home. Like, but like, if 2 or 3 that were just jams. Like, we just the 5 of us being together, like practicing, and then it's generally Jack, our bass player, that leads the jams. He's just like he'll always pull a fucking unbelievable bass line out of his arse, like, and then we just follow along. Like he toes us all in, like the Pied Piper, like, you know.
It's crazy.
And it's unbelievable.
I'd love you to sit in on, but to me, like not having much musical background, I find it amazing. Like the boys just start playing shit together, and it all starts coming together, and I'd start throwing in some lyrics or whatever, and we could have a song written in 15 minutes. Like
You
the
do,
bones.
you do drive each other on. It's just we're kind of getting through this impact of people watching us and jamming, and it's kind of a middle point of it all. Like, to be honest with you, like in our jamming sessions, like there's some tunes where we're kind of like, right, we're gonna nail it down, but then we kind of come up with something else off the top of our head straight after. We're just trying to kind of get it all in as one.
And
like,
to digest it too, right?
literally digest it all. Like I was kind of laughing. I was kind of saying to the boys there last week, even we're just kind of like, we've had 6 tunes wrote since September, October, or just kind of have an idea of what tunes we want to go pitch forward with.
Yeah.
We were all kind of getting to know each other between Jack and John as well. Like,
True
so
that,
like
yeah.
we're kind of, the world is kind of our oyster right now in terms of writing new music because we've gelled in so well now right now. So like we're just going to throw the kitchen sink at it, really. Like,
Fucking why not? Like, why the fuck not?
like we're out here now, like me, Dara, and Shane, 3 of us are best friends. Picked up Jack and John along the way, and by the way, great guys as well. One of our best friends too.
Met them last night. Absolute champions. Yeah.
Absolute fucking
Legends.
gems.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you, like with the community in Vancouver we have right now, like we've developed really fucking great friends and great boys that'll come and see us every fucking show. And
Yeah.
seeing them boys, like when we're on the stage and seeing our mates giving us shocks and even sometimes singing our own lyrics back to us,
That's the best feeling.
fucking unreal, better than any price in the world. I don't care what you say, it's the best feeling ever.
Fact. The song that's coming out on 28th of July. Let's talk about it.
Trifecta 1.
Part of the holy trifecta.
Yeah, we've so actually how we go about naming our tunes is like we'll just jam the tune or whatever, and what I'm saying, we might have a tune, the bones of a tune written in 15 minutes,
Bones of it.
and what we the bones of it's another tune. Basically, our,
There you go, it's a
the
perfect
song
example
name
where we're
is
That's the
say.
song I like, right?
whatever.
Yeah, that's the one I was telling you
Yeah.
about. So like,
Plastic lips. I know that. Yeah.
It's often just a bit of a joke between us, like, oh, we'll call this the start of the holy trifecta or whatever, and
Yeah.
but our rule is if the song is named, that's it then, no changing it. So whatever first comes to mind, that's our song.
do you know what?
name.
Fuck it, go at a different angle. Why fucking not?
Like we've a tune that Joey wrote, and it's called "Good Simple Excitement" because like when we jammed it, and like that's what it was to me. It was good simple excitement. Like I was just describing
That
what
was
it
the
was.
feeling of the song,
I wasn't
like,
I wasn't naming it. I was just describing what I felt like. John.
Yeah.
That's the name of the song now. Like, John. We call it GSE, like, but it was
It's
just
like that running gag we have.
simple stuff, like, John.
Because the objective, the name of the song means fuck all.
Fuck
at the
all,
end,
yeah.
so,
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
But like you were asking, like you were saying, our first session and our first gig, it was funny. It kind of came full circle, like, because we eventually, because we were jamming in Joey's shed, but no real purpose. We were just enjoying playing with each other. We drink a few bottles, so smoke a few joints.
It was
whatever,
COVID,
like,
lad. There was fuck
It was
all.
COVID,
Yes,
and
it
just
was,
enjoy
yeah.
yourself.
Yeah,
you
it was
know?
a COVID outlet.
It was nearly an outlet.
absolutely.
You took the words out of my mouth.
exactly.
And then we thought, like, well, sure, Jesus, we could actually do something with it. We could actually play a gig or
Because
something.
we're fucking savage.
Because we were all, we were the only ones hearing ourselves. We're like, geez, we are pretty good, like, Joe. And then, so we.
That was after the third session. Right?
Maybe the fifth.
I
I
had a
don't
few
know.
bottles in this as well, by the way.
Yeah, would always end a few bottles, it'd be fucking steam. Then
But that was one thing I added a note into that session, and I'm sorry to my fucking. I'm gonna shout out to my out lady and my out lad. There's many a night in the shed where we just say, "Here, Dad, Mom, we're gonna go jamming tonight. That's fine." Sure, little do after we play about an hour of fucking music, we just fucking drink on all fucking night and have a session.
Exactly, yeah.
So then we said, "Fuck it, like our first gig has to be in the shed. Like, why would we not do that? Like,
No way.
so we did our first gig in the shed that we were practicing on. Our, like, so we got all our friends in, packed them into the shed, and we fucking like
That was one of the best nights of my
ripped it, like,
life.
it was
Honestly,
fucking-
today.
And would you believe the
the
beauty of it all
nerves.
was it was actually kind of Shane's send off. Shane was going to Vancouver earlier.
yeah, that you worked out very well. Yeah,
Fucking
Straight to
sick.
Donovan's, haven't left since.
Come on, the boys, the points.
I'm drinking that
God bless.
Oh, what a winner.
Jeez, that was mad. Yeah,
But like
no,
that
was some
first
crack.
gig was all covers, like all of it just pure covers. Like, you know, like good tunes, whatever, but it's all covers.
At the just to like get a span on the first gig, how many songs had you wrote at that time?
None. It was all covers.
No way.
all
Yeah,
covers.
We hadn't even considered the idea of writing a song. We were just playing for enjoyment. and
Whacking out your
you know,
amp that you got.
Literally just getting the work out of it. Like,
Yeah.
I think as well, we were aware that I was going and you were likely going to
Yeah,
follow
yeah, that's
over,
true,
so
yeah.
we're like, why commit? Not why commit to it, but like, why go to the effort of writing tunes?
But even even after playing that night,
it was so rudimentary as well. We didn't really know. what
yeah,
we
like
were
even
doing.
after playing that night, it was kind of more so like we'd done the cover tunes, and we're kind of like, man, they're cover tunes. At the end of the day, cover
Yeah.
tunes can only get you so far because then you'll be known as a
Exactly.
fucking cover band.
Exactly, yeah.
So I said, fuck that niche. We're gonna go for our own thing. Just see what we do. And, like even with Shane there, when he was mentioning like impersonations and stuff, like Shane has developed his own accent that has a personified Irish sound to it.
It does, yeah.
And
But I actually thought you were from Dublin when I heard
I
you
know,
first.
lad. I get that all the time.
Yeah.
That's the Fontaines. We were talking earlier that.
Yeah.
Like the fact
And his
that.
ma from Artane
Me
brings
and
out.
Ma, yeah. Shane! Come in for dinner! Shout out to me, Ma, yeah.
Ma fella.
No, but we were talking about that earlier, that like historically rock and roll is you either have
Oh, like an American or a British
originally
accent,
an American,
yeah.
and then later on it became more of a British thing
The
as
British
well.
invasion.
But, like Fontaines are after paving a way that to be fair to myself.
Well, they gave a
I-
middle barrier to it all, really,
Yeah,
in fairness.
I'll
like.
back myself. I said since day dot that there's no reason why a rock and roll band can't have an Irish fella at the
just
front. And,
downright being
And in
original,
fairness-
You know
right?
what I mean? Yeah, but
Yeah.
why
In fairness, like,
why
we-
sing in an accent that's not your own? You know what I mean?
It's
so
almost like,
that was important for us.
It's like punk. It's like fuck.
Very
fuck
punky,
the
yeah.
rest of
it
it.
is, yeah.
There
The
is-
attitude of it. Like,
There is
yeah,
punk
100%.
aspects to your performance
Yeah,
on
100%.
stage.
Well, the thing is,
Yeah.
punk was a very good message. It's like, fuck you, I'm doing my own fucking thing.
Exactly.
And like, we're not even saying fuck
Anarchy.
you, like, but we're not
just
going
doing your own
yeah,
thing,
we're
right?
not going to be trying to be personified as like, oh, these are like Arctic Monkeys or these are like Fontaines DC.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're our own thing. and,
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And if you like it, you like it.
It's
Great.
what
you know what I mean?
what I originally when we started texting to do this, I listened to the
Long time in the works.
yeah, fucking
Here
hell.
we are.
You text me, I listen to your stuff. Yes, please. And then I listened to your stuff, right? And I was like, man, straight off Oasis.
Yeah, yeah,
Influenced by Oasis,
Yeah.
straight off. Arctic Monkeys, early Arctic Monkeys. So the text that I sent back to you.
That's pivotal. Early Arctic Monkeys.
Yeah, oh, early. I said you're a love child of early Arctic Monkeys.
remember
and
that.
Oasis.
Ah,
yes.
I think you'd a few jars in your
No, I did not. No, no.
So the
I
honesty
said
came
early
out, so-
Arctic Monkey, a love child of early Arctic Monkeys and Oasis that was adopted by an Irish family
Yeah.
and listened to the Clarksons and Kasabian.
Yeah, I remember.
But
that,
honestly,
yeah.
it's,
And that
it's,
is totally on
it's so straight to the
Fucking-
point. We're rock and roll. We're not fucking changing it. It's
Yeah.
rock and roll.
Do you know what it
I
actually
mean?
is though? And like we've had this discussion a few times. Like I love the bands like the Stones, Oasis, like Blur, Arctic Monkeys, but like they're all in the past. You know, like I can't see Oasis in their peak. I can't see the Stones in their peak. Whatever. You know. So like
do you see
we
some-
need to be that generation's, our generation's them. You know.
Yeah.
Like we're,
And honestly,
our
like,
generation is crying out
with-
for that kind of.
With the charts, and I'm not
100%,
disrespecting
100%.
any type of music scene, like techno music, fucking pop music and all. Right, to be honest with you, I enjoy both. I still do enjoy both. But like, when rock always has its niche, I don't care what you say,
Fact.
it's still alive. People say it's dead, I don't care what you say.
That fire still burns.
Rock is still there.
Yeah,
man.
that's
Me
the
and Dara at fucking Nebert last year. Liam Gallagher, he sold out 80,000 tickets for one night, and then he played it back to back nights.
Yeah,
So it was
amazing,
160,000. And honestly,
the demand is there, like, you know. It's just breaking the fucking, like, you just need to get the radio playing. All of a sudden, people are back into it. Like,
it's
you know?
like, can you remember when Tommy Tiernan was on fucking The Late Late, and then I don't know, the host goes, "No, Tommy, why'd you say fuck a lot?" And he goes, "Well, there's a brick wall between me and the audience, and the fuck is my chisel, and I break it down."
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what you need to do.
Like, it's fucking. I feel as though it'd be a chain reaction kind of thing. Just one event
that
and
is
then
rock and roll.
into it, like, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
But we'll see. We're hoping that'll be us.
yeah, like, look, our first track is coming out on the 28th of July on Spotify.
Yes.
Like, anyone listening, please give it a listen, and just even
Fucking
like,
work that went into it is like, oh my god.
yeah, like just provide us feedback if you enjoy the tune. Great.
Who did you go to record it?
Oh yeah, big shout out Andrew
Flash
Conroy.
recording, it's called.
Flash
Like,
recording.
it's incredible. Like most studios, you pay $600-700 for a day's work. Andrew is $150. Like, Sean, like,
No way.
He's got great
Yeah,
spec,
8
like
hours,
kid,
10
everything,
to
like
6, like,
unbelievable stuff. Like, and
class.
so good for like up and coming artists to like get out there. Like, you know what I mean?
And that's it. That's his whole philosophy.
Absolutely,
is
yeah.
He wants to make it as accessible because it can be accessible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He
No,
but
wants
like,
to make it
music
as
is
accessible to us.
it's an expensive industry.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
Like
Sure,
Darius
Jesus,
guitar.
we all know. Yeah.
Darius guitars were $3.5 grand, but like they're
Yeah,
the
we get a bit
best
more mileage
style
out of this
instruments
one,
you
huh?
can get.
We'll
Like,
get in that 3.5.
and if you're anyone trying to start off from the start,
It's getting bigger and bigger every time.
you don't really have much. But like honestly, man, if you can do something with your guitar and get vocals on it, like it works out. It does work out. Like,
Well,
It's
like,
so much easier to do though these days.
Say we've been talking about jamming and becoming a band or whatever. It's one thing being a band and like playing music live even, but even in a shed or whatever. Recording in a studio, it's a whole different ballgame. Like, that is completely different things. Like,
That's
you can
what
be
we-
recording for
it's-
5 minutes,
it's-
and if you fuck
it's
up
like-
at the end, that's on you.
it's like amateur professional. You know, that's
It was
the
the
gap.
same as
you know?
like we were playing covers originally, and then like to take the step to start playing our own tunes and writing our own tunes.
Can I stop you and ask you what made you decide? Where was the point in the whole band's kind of like trajectory?
It was coming over here. We just jammed. That's all
Yeah.
it was. We had no songs. When we first got together, we just started
start
jamming.
recording like.
No, start even
Making
decide.
our own
Let's
songs,
make our own
Yeah,
tunes.
it was just jam. We just jammed, and it went fucking
You
brilliant.
can only beat that drum so long as well. Like playing covers, as Joey was saying earlier, it gets a little bit tiresome.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, like we don't want to be known as a cover band.
You said that, yeah.
We really
yeah.
don't. Like, and like even our live shows and people that came to our live shows, like we play the cover tunes in the mix or in the setup, you could say, or in our set list. Sorry, we do add a bit of our own flavour into it, which is kind of good because it relatives our own music when we're putting around Spotify.
Even like in Groove in the Wild, you played Groove in the Wild. We have to shout out fucking Groove in the Wild.
Absolutely. All
What
the
a
disco
wicked
freaks,
fucking
unbelievable.
Thank you to
Shout
John
out to
Eddie
John,
for
the
that.
Disco Don, all the
He
boys.
did a little
Legends.
funky version of Outcast.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
we had some great covers in it, but like
Yeah.
we tailored that to the setting, like, do you know what I mean? Like there was covers that we played. There was a couple of Blondie ones in there, like fucking like Maniac, like, you know, like
Yeah.
tunes
Done
you
hot
wouldn't play
stuff.
for a normal
Hot
set,
stuff.
like hot stuff, like, you know.
Do you know what I mean? Like that's 80s disco. But we said fuck it, we'll bring the noise and see what happens.
Because we were aware of the fact that the boys would be rolling over, like, so we needed to like bring something different, but bring the energy too, like, you know.
Boys, we got more points.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Points.
thank you.
Fucking-
But just on that as well, like we've always.
Again, creamy fucking points.
Unbelievable
Willie
points.
Willie
Look at
Donnelly.
Shout out to Willie Donnelly and fucking Jazzy J.
Man,
IRL,
I cannot
R.I.P.
wait for the Irish Fusion Festival.
Oh,
There.
it's not
Hopefully,
savage.
Paddy Losty, I hope you approve of that now, so I do.
There you go.
You may drink it now after giving that shout out. Like.
And I have a fly on in the morning, I'm telling you.
But
Cheers, man.
as you were saying, like what encouraged us to start writing our own tunes, like we've always thought that we have a deadly sound or whatever, and I mean we can find success in it. I mean you can't have the world playing cover tunes and
Yeah.
playing the usual shite all the time.
But don't get me wrong, there's still great cover tunes like out there, but it's just if
great
we're
tune,
if we're out here together as a group,
songs.
we're going to
It's-
release our music right here, right now, while we have the time.
Yeah.
You know,
That is a creamy pint.
It's
of
fucking
Guinness.
brilliant. I actually can't get over it,
Fair
like.
play to the
Because like
boys.
I'd be out in London, so you'd never think to be drinking a pint of Guinness when you're out and about, like, you know, like on a night out, like, you know.
Oh, man, I actually tend to do now.
I do.
I would for like if I was at home or whatever.
building up a
When
thirst,
we
are
arrive
you?
here, we'd have a vodka white or whatever. Yeah.
Doesn't quench, man. It doesn't quench.
doesn't quench, but
Yeah.
Drink Smithix and all.
Never drank
I'm
Smithix,
the
no.
same, but I'm hearing a lot.
Do you know what,
Boys
actually?
tweeting in my ear.
it says less of a hangover.
That's a lady
apparently.
brew,
I
that is.
was down in the Shamrock Alley and Eamon McGale, shout out to Eamon.
I know Eamon, yeah, good man.
He gave me a pint of Smithix. Wasn't too bad.
It's
Wasn't too
Kilkenny
bad.
over here. That's Smithix, is it? Or are they different?
No,
things?
that's different as well.
Is it? But they're
Yeah.
similar, are they?
Kilkenny's kind of like coffee, man.
Sure, we get a few more up here.
The sample.
Hey, we've all got work in the morning.
Oh, I know.
Shout out to the jobs.
So you had a
Mercer
shout out
International,
there
love
to
it.
an IT crowd there last night, actually, though. So they're
Stem cell.
Stem cell.
Stem cell.
fucking providing every job for an Irish person.
We were trying to ask the drummer for a cell job, but he wouldn't give it to us. He loves a joke hard.
So funny, like, do you know how like lyrics and this just goes back into like when you're first time recording or doing a jam session. How were you with like lyrics and learning lyrics, or were you just like reading off a screen?
You kind of wrote them yourself, didn't you?
Yeah, well, maybe like, would you say 50-50?
You see, before we came out here, like we knew we were going to play music and like get at it. Like, so Shane was writing lyrics, loads of them, like essentially kind of poems, I suppose, because there's no music. But like
doing one a day.
He was writing lyrics a lot when we were in Ireland and he was over here, so we knew what was coming, like, you know. So like we were like, at least we've got a batch of lyrics there that we can like put to a song if it fits the vibe or whatever, like, you know. But it was funny. What actually happened was like we played the tune and like, because the lyrics weren't necessarily written to the tune, sometimes it would struggle to fit it in. Because it wasn't whether like phonetically or whatever, it just didn't fit the vibe. But then other times it would be perfect, like, you know. But like,
or then you'd even change.
we'd change a little bit, and then all of a
tune,
sudden
yeah.
we'd have a tune, like, you know.
Oh wow! Have you written all your life personally, or
No.
just solely?
I would have been
Just for English paper too, and that was about it. Yeah.
There
I would have been good
are
at English in school.
there are some like tunes that have a good reminiscence, and like people are listening to the video right now. Like, if you see it in the future, there's a tune called "The Bones of It," and I think the two boys were writing about our
That's all
hometown
him then.
near Naas, like, so. Like, you just kind of act and write about here and then in the moment. Like, the two boys have been phenomenal about writing lyrics and stuff. Like, can't preach them enough about it. Like, you know. So.
When you go into the very beginning of writing a tune, how does it happen for you? Do you have ideas that you discuss as a band, or you're just
Melody, really, isn't it?
It's normally starts with
A jam.
and someone will play something that we all think is cool, and then the rest will follow. Like, for me, writing lyrics and stuff, or like
Our bass
come up with a
player is
melody.
very, very good for adding in on top of the layer. Like,
as you said, he's the
He lead the jam.
He's
like,
the
you know.
foundation.
yeah,
the
like
foundation.
there's like that good simple excitement song. Like, the melody I wrote was so basic and so simple, but there wasn't really any I could feel I could add onto it. So like, honestly, when I showed it to Jack, he riffed over it his first attempt. I was like, play that shit again.
Yeah.
Just play that shit again.
Yeah.
And like, that's how the song kind of came out with the title. Good Simple Excitement. It was just so
We were
like,
having a fucking crack.
everything is actually on repeat in the tune. It's just we add more noise and sound and different kind of
layers to it. Right?
layers and effects to the sound where the audience thinks it's different.
Yeah.
But like, honestly, like someone like Jack, like our bass player, man, he's fucking god at just adding extra tabs
Yeah,
onto
he's
the music.
dead.
Like,
Nice.
But say if I'm writing lyrics or whatever, like say I'd be the last one to join in, so you might have the bass line start, John will come in with cool drums, and the two boys start playing guitars, and then I'll like hear a melody in my head, and then just kind of freestyle over it.
Yeah.
Because my part objectively matters. Not the least, but you know what I mean? It's the easiest part just to impose in on.
But we have some
so.
great
you're the
videos and
finishing
recordings
touch,
of like
Kinda tweak it.
where we're jamming our tunes that we have now, and Shane is just like freestyle. We have some great clips, like we had them saved in SoundCloud and like videos and all. Like, like he's singing lyrics that we don't use now, like, you know, but it's funny listening back to it, like, you know, and, like it's nearly like a different song. So you could play that song with those lyrics, and it'd be a different song to what we have now, like. You
It
know?
must be interesting. So, like, you would like write down the most of the lyrics, or would you write most?
It's nearly a
of the lyrics?
50-50
It
split.
is kind of
50-50?
Where, do you know how it works normally is
So,
you will either have
A song.
Dara will either come to us with a complete song, like this is the
Yeah.
song.
you do
Like
this and you do this.
So,
Yeah,
Dara,
pretty
my,
much.
my question. Sorry for interrupting.
problem,
but
no.
my question is, when you're writing, do you have his voice in your head?
No, he does.
Generally, would just start with like playing something on guitar, and I'd be repeating it to myself, and I'd be like, "Geez, that kind of sounds good," and then you kind of go from there, you know. And then, as Joey was saying with like the loop pedal, it's so convenient. You just throw something down, and then you start like building it, and all of a sudden you've got a tune going, like, you know.
And also, Dara's very, very good. Like, it's so raw about how he does it, but it's so true about it. Like, Dara will literally just record himself, and he will literally send it into our group chat, and he'll be like, "Boys, what you think?
Yeah.
Yes or no?" Straight out the bat.
It's
like.
easy in 2023 to like have an idea, send it to the boys quickly, and you don't lose the spark. Then you're immediately on it,
it's consistent then.
So you're getting feedback straight away.
And it's
like,
important that you video
Dara,
yourself,
though,
but you can see what you're playing then.
To be fair to Dara, he'll come, just on your point that you're asking there, like, is he hearing me? No, you're not originally, but he does give me like freedom to like, he'll just send me the lyrics and say, this is how it's supposed to sound phonetically, do your thing with it or whatever.
But it comes back to the fact you're saying we're all friends, so like lyrics that I write would immediately be relatable to the two boys too. Like,
we have the
did the same life, like,
same
you know?
upbringing, same lifestyle.
Yeah, that's so true.
Yeah, like,
that's
we kind of have some
great
tunes,
point.
like some
that's
tunes
another thing actually that
You're nearly relating to the exact same
like
stuff.
we have some
Exactly,
tunes
yeah.
about like there's some verses in it about the pub we drink in, like where we practice in, my dad's name even, like you know what I mean?
Shane's the voice that I'm too pussy to use, like, you know?
Express it on the sheet.
Exactly. Right, so we're going to play a game, right?
game.
Sounds good. We love
Let's do
games.
this thing.
All right. It's
Play
called
the game.
Oleo or Mac. All right.
Very, very, very exciting.
So I'm going to
Oleo.
ask
Mac
you.
for me, I think.
You decide.
You decide. You decide as a group, right? I'm going to ask you questions. I'm going to give you two bands to decide.
As a group, we
Either
have to come
or.
to a consensus.
And we'll do a 1, 2, 3.
Quick fire answer, isn't it?
A spitfire answer.
3, 2, 1, is it?
3, 2, 1. Make sense?
Yeah.
You with me?
Sounds good to me, Shawnee.
Fire it out, boy.
All right, so. Snow Patrol or Coldplay? 3, 2, 1.
Coldplay.
Fuck yeah.
Consensus.
Man, Yellow. Yellow has my heart.
I love Snow Patrol, but Coldplay's earlier stuff, top tier.
fucking
First two
amazing.
albums are unbelievable. So
Speed of Sound is amazing.
It's
man.
underrated now
What do you
because
mean?
they're
Do you ever hear Don't Give
shit.
In?
No.
Don't Give In.
I probably have, but I can't
Their
remember.
bass player sings Don't Give In, and it's fucking banger, man.
No way.
It's a fucking banger, honestly.
Well, man, Fix You from Coldplay.
True.
And even in the video, I think they released on the box or whenever you were watching it.
Yeah.
I think that was like a live edit or something.
Yeah.
Do you know how like he at the very end he throws the microphone onto the stage?
Yeah.
And it, like there's a light on the mic and
Yeah,
I'm way
savage.
more visual than I am.
Honestly,
Yeah.
Chris Martin is
That's
just
cool.
the genius
Yeah,
behind it
it's
all.
sick.
But fuck me, like Chris Martin.
Fuck Gwyneth Paltrow.
To buy your box to smell her pussy.
Oh my god, like imagine having to fucking head to think that someone's a fucking smell that, like, oh my god.
No, the egotistical
Literally, like-
cunt. Literally, egotistical.
Egotistical and weird as
Fuck that
fuck.
shit.
That's a horrible combo being eaten, like, you know, like,
Our
oh,
that
first
shit.
bottles of farts are coming out now.
I know, yeah.
that's the new merch.
The Oleo Mac farts.
You were arse tooting
We all go straight into it. It's a 5-way switch, you know.
All right. Okay, let's wrap this up fairly quickly before the band comes in. MGMT or Foster the Kids? 3, 2, 1.
MGMT.
Oh, okay.
Don't like songs about school shootings.
All right, okay.
Pumped up kicks.
Let's go the Strokes or the Foo Fighters? 3, 2, 1.
The
Strokes.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Consensus.
All right. Arctic Monkeys or Oasis?
Oh, fuck
3,
off.
2, 1.
Arctic
Oasis.
Monkeys.
What?
100%.
Here, he's not in the band anymore. Fuck that shit.
Do you like their new stuff?
No. But like, I could definitely listen to it. I'd listen to Arctic Monkeys' newer stuff than Oasis' newer
Sunday,
stuff.
when it's
their
raining.
discography is miles better than Oasis.
Honestly, like with me and Oasis, it's a different level.
In terms of musicality, we can't beat that Oasis. Anyway, we could talk about this all day.
Okay, I'm going to give you one more. The Kooks or Kings of Leon? 3, 2, 1.
The
Kings of Leon.
Kooks. They're a guilty pleasure, I can't lie. I love
I
Kings of
like the
Leon.
Kooks too.
They're a guilty pleasure, I can't lie.
No, Kings of Leon. Just that garage about them, you know what I mean?
All right, lads. Thanks for playing the game. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Pleasure.
But all, boy.
We're gonna cut it off this music here soon. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Sean, thank you very much for having
And
me.
we'd just like to make one shout out.
Thanks, Michal,
I'd like
as well.
to
Appreciate
shout out the Sound Skin Studios. They're on Instagram and on TikTok as
Love the
well.
boys.
Give them boys a follow because they're going to be reaching ultimate levels now in terms of merchandise and
On the way to the
photography.
top
Also,
together.
give out your Instagram, the gigs that you're playing, the Astoria on the 28th.
Leave that to the boys.
The 28th, you're dropping your song as well.
Trifecta 1, yeah.
Pre-save that link.
Pre-save that link. We'll have it up on the stories. We're Oleo Mac Band on Instagram. We're playing the Astoria on the 28th of July. It's going to be a bit of a release party with all the boys coming down. Fella shooting a video as well, so it might be your big moment if you're up down.
If you want to get involved in the
famous, you
music
know.
video, show your face. We're welcome
Get
to
the tits out,
anybody in
whatever you wanna
Vancouver
do.
area that wants to come over.
Wicked.
And thank you to Sean as
Yes,
well.
absolutely.
no
Thanks to
worries.
Eve having us.
Guys, thanks for your patience tonight.
Not at all. It was
Yeah.
brilliant
Stop
crack.
it. We'll do it again if you want.
Thanks for watching, lads. We have a lot of contact with the boys. Contact with the boys.
You up them, man.
Yeah, up the mic.
We'll see you in the next episode.
Snodcha.
We'll see you in the Irish Future Festival.
God bless.
God bless.
Let's go.
Sean, that was an absolute pleasure.
Just
If at first you don't succeed, throw his jacket on, roll up your sleeves.